Ladies and gentlemen, let me simply say that Robert Maldigan is one of those rapid learners. He became an Olympian in 3 years. I know of no one else who's ever done that in any sport. I think all of us, as we ponder what all this means, go back to the beginning and try and determine what were those things that affected us, what were those things that assisted us and perhaps made us what we are. I arrived on this campus probably the best candidate to be a Spartan that there ever was. I was 16 years old and as green as anybody who ever stepped on this campus. The first man I met was also probably the most influential man I met during my career here. That was Finley Collins, who had built those teams that Bob has told you about. Probably was the gentlest, most selfless man I've ever known. He treated his wrestlers as his own sons. He had none himself, and so we were his boys. I think also the second greatest influence, and probably overall the greatest, I was one of those youngsters who was married early, met a woman of great integrity and fidelity who has been my wife for 45 years. Not only has she been my partner, my lover, my friend, she is the main post in my life. I want to introduce her and my family at this time. I'm not sure where they're sitting. Back here. And as I go back and look at it, I have to credit those people who were intelligent enough to instigate the land-grant institution. If you look across this stage tonight, you'll find that most of us here are people who come from the working class family. The land-grant institution took people like us who had very little to begin with and found some pretty good clay to mold. The only thing I would say as I sit and look at a fellow ag man in the position of president of this institution is never let this institution stray from its original goals. Thank you.